Welcome to another installment of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra's Stories from Home, a series of interviews presented by Valley Mall and available at ysomusic.org. My name is Lawrence Golan, and I am the Helen N. Jewett Music Director of the Yakima Symphony Orchestra. I'm coming to you today from my home in Denver, Colorado, and I'm speaking with a bass player from the Yakima Symphony Orchestra, Ramon Salumbides, coming to us from his home in Renton, Washington. Hello, Ramon. How are you? How are you holding up?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course, it's great to have you joining me. So let's start by having you tell us how long you've been playing with the Yakima Symphony Orchestra.
So the end of this season will be the end of my sixth season with the Yakima Symphony.
Okay, great. And up to this point, during those 6 years, what would you say has been the most memorable concert for you, or perhaps the most memorable piece that you've played with us?
Um, you know, I have to say, I know it's cliche, but when we played Beethoven Ninth, that was quite a highlight for me. I've played it several times before, but that was a very special performance, and as a bassist, it's a very, very big piece for us.
Yeah, it's not cliche at all. I mean, in my opinion, Beethoven 9 is the greatest and certainly, without a doubt, the most influential symphony ever written. It changed symphonic writing for the next 200 years. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was a real highlight for me as well. And then looking ahead to next season, you know what's on the docket. Is there any particular piece or particular concert that you're most excited about?
I'd have to say the first in this classical series. So the piece is Tchaikovsky 5.
Mhm.
Um, I really do and just enjoy Tchaikovsky, playing Tchaikovsky. But also in that program is La Forza del Destino, which happened to be on the very first concert that I played with Yakima.
Oh,
So it's kind of, full circle for myself and also for the symphony being its 50th anniversary.
right, right. Well, that's great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that program very much too. Chike Five, one of my all-time favorites. I love doing that piece. Um, okay, so we all know about your bass playing and your work with the symphony, but is there some surprising fact about you or some interest that you might have uh, that our viewers might be surprised to hear?
So I know I don't look it, but I actually grew up in a very small town called Kearney, Nebraska, which is, if you could put your finger in the very middle of the United States, that's exactly where I'm from. And the great thing about it is, it was small town living, and I get a little dose of that every time I come from Renton, going to Yakima. I get that small town feeling that always reminds me of home and my upbringing.
Nice. Nice. So, you and I were talking before about the pronunciation of your name, which I think with a good Spanish accent, would be Ramon Salumbides. So, what did some people back in your hometown say? Well, how did they pronounce your name?
Oh, well, Sal and Beatus is the big one. I went to one place once. They thought my first name was Sal and my last name was Umbides. So,
Sal Umbites. Okay, I like that one. That's great. Well, I'm sure that our audience really misses hearing you play. So, would you mind playing something for us?
sure. Well, I thought I would just play a short excerpt from a piece that I believe was originally written for violin, but this is the first movement of the Henri Sonata in G minor.
right. Ramon Salumbides, bassist with the Yakima Symphony Orchestra. Thank you so much for playing, and thank you so much for joining me today. It's great to see you.
Great to see you too. Stay safe, everybody.